Hello, subscribers. This is episode 2 of my podcast. I still don't know. I still don't have a name for it yet, but we'll probably get one probably by next week. So let's just first start off to talk about my week. My week has been pretty good. I've been working out a lot. I've been weightlifting and doing cardio. Today I ran 3 miles. But the bad thing is my diet has been slipping. I've been eating a lot more carbs than I should. So hopefully the workouts will balance that out. Also, last night I hung out with my friends. We played this game called Diplomacy. It's kind of like Risk in a way. I I lasted until the end, but I still died. I was Italy. What happened was one of my friends was England, and then the other one was Russia, and I was Italy, and we always choose those. So it was just like a mess. So, there's like 7 people there yesterday, including me, so 7. It was fun. We played Secret Hitler, and we played Diplomacy, and that game takes a long time. That took like 6 hours just to kill off 2 people. So, it's fun, though. It just makes you a little bit distrustful during the game. So, what else? I don't think much else happened. I helped out my grandfather, and that's about it. So, let's move on into some of the topics today. And first off, we're going to talk about movies. I only saw one movie this past week, and that was Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. That was a rewatch for me, because we'll talk about it a little bit, but there's some more news with that series that came out this week. Rewatching it, I liked it even more. I really liked it the first time, but I really liked it the second time because I actually read up on the history of the American wizarding stuff that J.K. Rowling wrote on Pottermore. It's pretty fascinating. I would recommend it. It's on Pottermore. But Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them is really good. Eddie Redmayne delivers a really good performance. So does Dan Fogel, I think his name is, or Dan Folger. And Catherine Waterston. Colin Farrell's also really good. And the production design is amazing. My favorite character is still the Niffler. That every time he was on screen, I just had a big smile on my face because I just thought whatever he did was so awesome and so cute. So, I think he's going to be in the next one, considering the trailer that just got dropped, and we'll talk about it. But I think this is a really good start to a new series. So, let's move on to the trailers, because of course, Comic-Con came up this week, and there's a lot of trailers we need to talk about for both movies and TV. Let's first talk about the Fantastic Beasts, The Crimes of Grindelwald, since we just talked about the first one. To me, this is my favorite trailer out of all of them. For one, I'm a fan of the franchise. I know a lot of people didn't like the first Fantastic Beasts, but I personally liked it. So I think I'm going to like this. It seems like they're expanding the world. They're going to Paris, I believe. They're going to a circus. And they're adding more characters. They're adding this Asian actress who, she doesn't have a role yet, but it's suspected that she's going to play Nagini, like before she turned into a snake. It's just rumored, but it would be kind of cool if that actually happened. Johnny Depp, of course, is having a bigger role. I still am iffy about his casting. That's the one thing I'm a little bit worried about. Otherwise, I'm excited. Then we actually get to see Nicolas Flamel from The Sorcerer's Stone. We actually get to see him, which is kind of cool. And that last scene is pretty funny, I think. Then Zoe Kravitz is going to be in there. She looks like she's going to have a pretty good character. And then probably the biggest casting of them all is Jude Law as Albus Dumbledore. I think he's going to be awesome in the role. The 1 or 2 scenes he's in the trailer I thought was really cool. Like, you can kind of tell he's Dumbledore, but I kind of wish they maybe put Jared Harris in the role, because it was his father's original role, and I thought it would be kind of cool. And after watching him in The Crown, I think he's an awesome actor. But I also really like Jude Law. Jude Law is also awesome. Talented Mr. Ripley. What else? Cold Mountain. There's some other ones there too. I just can't think of them on the top of my head, but he's a really good actor. Um, but yeah, still the same thing. The Niffler looks like it's going to be awesome, and it looks like we're going to see more creatures. They have these cat-like creatures. I don't know what they're supposed to be. I think they're going to maybe step away from the Fantastic Beasts, but I don't know. I mean, it's called Fantastic Beasts, so I would hope they bring in more creatures. But it seems like they're going to focus more on Dumbledore in the future than Eddie Redmayne's character, Newt. But I am excited for this. The visual effects look really good. Some of it's a little weird, but I think overall it looks good. And of course, the production design and costumes are just going to be awesome in it, like last time. The next trailer we have is Glass. For the record, I have not seen Unbreakable or Split. I'm going to probably try to watch Split in a little bit because I have the movie from the library. But this movie looks awesome. Got Samuel L. Jackson, James McAvoy, Bruce Willis. Crap, I forgot her name. The actress from The Witch, which I have not seen. And then Sarah Paulson. I think this movie's going to be awesome. I heard the other two movies were awesome. And this one looks like it's just going to be really fun. And it's going to be interesting because you have the two villains seemingly being the main character. And then Bruce Willis, the good guy, is almost like the antagonist. So it's kind of interesting in that aspect. I can't speak on the stories and stuff or the characters because I've not seen the previous movies. So I'm just going to move on. Next is Aquaman. I have very mixed opinions on this trailer. One, the visual effects look okay. But it's going to be like Avatar, where it's indulged in that aspect. Jason Momoa is a fun actor, but I can't really take him serious in the role. That's the thing. He's playing Aquaman himself. I have not seen Justice League, but I think I know what I'm going to get from that movie. So, but it's just I have very mixed opinions. Nicole Kidman is in this movie, and it's really weird because she's seemingly more like a cameo, not a lead actor, which is weird because she is a lead actor in my opinion. Black Manta looks cool. I don't read comics, but I looked him up, and he's like a bounty hunter. He looks cool. He could be kind of fun. Patrick Wilson, I didn't recognize him in that makeup, so I guess that's kind of a good thing. But it's like, he's an awesome actor. Why would you put him in a role like that, where it's just like a meaningless villain, kind of? Like, he looks like a ripoff of Ozymandias or Killmonger from Black Panther. I do think Black Manta is going to be cool for what it's worth, but I just think this movie is going to turn out like the rest of them, just bad. But kind of going on the same train with DC, but opposite opinions, we have Shazam, and I think this movie is going to be awesome. I forgot the actor who's playing him, but the main character looks like it's going to be really funny. It's about this kid who gets superpowers, turns into an adult, and he just feels like better than Superman, I guess. I don't know. But I think this is going to be a fun movie. You got Mark Strong playing the villain, I believe. I think this will be fun. It looks like DC is trying to divert away from ultra serious, ultra dramatic to more like a Marvel type comedic aspect to it. So I can't wait to see it. And going back to the negative, we got Alita Battle Angel. I don't know why. I had the same opinions with the first trailer. This looks like it's going to be bad to me. I haven't seen many of Roger Rodriguez's work. I really like the actors in there, Christoph Waltz, Mahershala Ali, but I just don't think it's going to be good. It looks, if Aquaman was overindulged with some visual effects, this looks like it's just like caked on there. I don't like the visual effects for this movie. Like the main actress, I guess it's like close to the source material, but it just looks so weird how they enlarged her eyes. maybe I'm getting it wrong, but it just looks really weird to me. So, because I don't know, I just don't like the trailer. But outside of trailers, we've got some casting news for big movies. First, let's talk about the Joker, and just coming out next year. And what I think is going to happen is that this is kind of going to be a side project. This isn't going to be related to the DCU. This is going to be more of its own thing. And don't quote me on this, but I believe it's going to be rated R because of the people involved. I forgot who the director is, but you got Joaquin Phoenix playing the Joker. You also got Zazie Beetz from Atlanta and Deadpool 2, which I have not seen, but I heard she's awesome. And you also got Robert De Niro rumored to be in it. And if I'm guessing, he's probably either going to play Falcone or the Joker's father. So I think that's going to be a good movie. We have yet to see anything from it, but still, I think it's going to be awesome. In the other casting news, we've got Cats by Tom Hooper. I have very mixed opinions on his work. I think literally all of his movies are just fine, like 6 out of 10s. Literally, I think that's what I gave all of them. The performances are pretty good, but otherwise the filmmaking is, for me, just static. But that seems to be more of a... Well, it's still a musical like Les Mis, but it seems to be more of a creative lens because I believe the characters dress like cats. I don't know for sure. But you got James Corden, Ian McKellen, and Taylor Swift, and Jennifer Hudson in there. And they're all great actors. I don't know about Taylor Swift, because I don't think she's ever acted before. But we have seen musicians act before and be good. I haven't seen it, but Eminem in 8 Mile, Jennifer Hudson in Dreamgirls is a good example. She won the Oscar for crying out loud. You also got Ludacris, who's in Crash, which he was probably one of the better parts of that movie. Who else? Elton John is acting in Kingsman. I've not seen it, but he has acted before. And Ice Cube, of course. You got him acting in Boys in the Hood and stuff. So it has happened before. We don't know if she's good or not, but who knows? It could be good. You got a decent director, and you have a really good cast. So, let's talk about the big controversy, though, this week. It's with James Gunn. First off, let's get this thing clear. This was a smear campaign by the alt-right, mainly Jack Posobiec and, what's his name, Mike Cernovich. Like, they're the ones that caused this because they want revenge because they fired Roseanne. But the thing was, those tweets from James Gunn were back from 10 years ago. They were jokes. What Roseanne said was racist. But, sorry, let's back up a little bit. What James Gunn said was bad. Don't get me wrong. But they were jokes. It's kind of like the jokes that iDubbbz makes today, and he still has a career. Granted, it's in a different sphere, it's in YouTube, but he makes very similar jokes to what James Gunn did. But he is still doing it, and I don't think he should stop. He's funny. But what James Gunn said wasn't that funny, because it was like a long time ago. But he apologized in 2012 when he got the role for Guardians of the Galaxy. And then he went by this long. Everybody's like, oh, it was just a long time ago. And then these two a-holes, to be honest, who, by the way, Mike Cernovich, he has tweets of his own, but the thing is he's not really a comedian or a director. What he said, I'm not even going to say because it's so bad. But what he said is probably even more disgusting than what James Gunn said because it seemed to be serious, considering who he is. Also, I do believe he has a record with abuse, and he's claiming that other people have abuse. In my opinion, I think this is reaction formation. I think that's what it's called, where he's kind of, it's like a self-defense technique. He's trying to drive blame to others when he himself is guilty. So, that's just my opinion. I think James Gunn shouldn't have been fired because he's innocent. He's not a bad guy. Everybody on set knows this, and that's why you see Chris Pratt, Zoe Saldana, and Dave Bautista defending him. I don't know if he'll be brought back as a director. But I hope they still go with the script and maybe have Taika Waititi direct. That probably might be the best way to go because everybody now has realized that it was just a smear campaign from those two clowns for revenge against Roseanne. But also the thing is, Roseanne has not changed. She's still a racist. She's a racist who made a racist tweet towards a private figure, and now she got fired. James Gunn, those were tweets, jokes from somebody who's trying to be edgy back a decade ago, who now has a career and apologized for that before and has never had an incident after that. For 6 years, he's never had an incident after those decade-old tweets. So in my opinion, I think James Gunn is innocent and he should not have been fired. And it is sickening that also they're trying to smear Patton Oswalt for things that he was for. Okay, what they did to Patton Oswalt was also just very misleading because the tweets he had were like separated, and they just picked and choose. They're obviously just trying to smear these people. But the thing is, the left kind of dug their own grave because those are the same tactics that they did to the right. I'm not saying that they should be doing it, but they kind of dug their own graves with it. But those same people, Patton Oswalt and James Gunn, who did not pick and choose those tweets and like they did, are now the innocent people getting shot down. So I hope that things get cleared up, and I hope that the bad people in all these scenarios get what they deserve. So let's just get off this because I don't really want to delve more into it because this is supposed to be kind of like a entertainment podcast. So let's move on to TV. So, 1 second. For TV shows I've seen in the past week, I finished the first season of Justified. Like I said in one of my vlogs, I believe that this is going to be one of my favorite shows I will ever see. It is amazing. The first season ended with a cliffhanger, and I'm getting season 2 actually today. And oh my god, Walton Goggins, Timothy Oliphant, I don't know the actress's name, but all three of them killed the last episode. They're amazing in the final shootout. It was so good. And then Walton Goggins, I think he delivers one of the best performances on TV just because of the emotional range he has to go through. From being a criminal, a racist criminal, to being a mission man. He was a man on a mission to somebody who lost it all because of his father, and then he wants to kill his father, but when his father is killed, he wants to go after the killers. It's just a very great arc. I don't know what's going to happen next, but I cannot wait. And then kind of on the opposite spectrum of things, we have got Glow, which I actually finished both Season 1 and Season 2. And that's all that there is right now. This one might be also one of my favorite shows. Mark Maron and Alison Brie deliver some of the best performances I've seen, especially last season. Season 2, this season, I guess. But if they're not nominated for Emmys like they weren't this year, for next year, it's a shame. Because Mark Maron, his scene with his daughter it just crushed it. He crushed it. And then Alison Brie in the hotel scene. I'm just gonna say that the hotel scene. If this is a movie, she'd be winning that Oscar because she's so good in that role. And the supporting cast is also really great. Mark Maron's daughter is awesome. Who else? Macho Picchu, she's really funny. Then also you got more characters. Junk Shane. And then also Black Magic. She's also really good. So I don't know these actresses' names because they're fairly low-profile actresses, but they're really good. The ending is also really cool. How they kind of finagled their way out of a bad situation to probably even becoming more famous. So, and because of Comic-Con, we've got more trailers to discuss. First off, it's Titans, or Teen Titans. This show, I'm not going to see it because I'm not getting that DC, streaming service. This looks so bad. Critical, the YouTuber, he had probably one of the best video reactions to this. What he says perfect. This movie looks like it's gonna be this show looks like it's gonna be trash. It looks like My Chemical Romance got to direct something, or like 3 Days Grace got to direct something, because it just looks so edgy. Like Robin saying "F Batman." It's just like, you can feel that edge. Like, it's so bad. Like, also, like, that the visual effects look so horrible. It's like, okay, look at something, I don't know, like Game of Thrones, compare it to Titans. I know the budgets aren't the same, but oh my god, Titans looks like it was made in like After Effects. It's so bad. Jesus, I don't want to talk about it anymore because I just don't like it. But something I do really like and I cannot wait for, and I might just get the streaming service for this, Clone Wars is coming back. I used to love this show growing up. I watched a lot of it. I need to actually catch up on it because I didn't really see the Darth Maul arc, which is probably the one that you want to see. So, but this season looks like it's going to be cool. The actual presentation looks a lot better than when it first started. Because I actually remember watching the first couple episodes when they came on TV when I was like in elementary school. I can't wait to watch it. It's going to be very nostalgic, and it's actually probably going to lead into stuff like Solo and The Force Awakens. Then we've got Walking Dead. I've only seen the first season, but this season looks like it's not bad. Andrew Lincoln is leaving, so I don't know how they're going to work that out, but the trailer is very long. It's 5 minutes. I think they should probably end soon because this show is probably dragged on so long. They probably should have ended at season 5, all things considering, because it's dragging. Sorry, not dragging, but bleeding viewers. They should probably have ended it back during its heyday, because it'll probably go down as one of the better series. They just want that money. So, oh well. So, let's move on. This is going to be a brief topic. This is going to blend the books on the TV. I forgot the guy's name, but I think his name is Rafe Judkins. He's the guy that's going to be responsible for making the Wheel of Time show, and he released some promo pics kind of for the show. I'm reading it right now, and I've been watching a lot of stuff about the books, and I cannot wait for the show. This could be like a mixture between Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones. I believe it's going to be on Amazon Prime, so I cannot wait for the show. I think it's going to be awesome, and I hope they get some new actors to play them, but also some old. I want them to mix it, kind of. I don't know much about the world, so I can't really say who I want in the show, but I just want to see more clever casting than the traditional, like, heartthrob, then plus old mentor figure, plus funny sidekick. I kind of want them to be a little bit more interesting than that. So, but like I said, I don't know much about the world. It's just that's what I'm saying, kind of like somebody that's looking in this situation. Music, it's not that long of a list today. I've only listened to 2 new songs, and they're not good. They're not great songs. Beberia, I think her name is, with I'm a Mess. I listened to it. I listened to these songs twice, but this one is probably my least favorite of the 2, just because it just seems so auto-tuned. And it has a good message, but it just is so auto-tuned. It's, to me, not good. And then you got Troye Sivan and Ariana Grande with Dance to This. Like, this is just like a little pop thing. I don't personally like it, but there's probably a lot of people that would like this. It just seems too fluffy to me. I didn't really like it. So let's go to YouTube. There's a couple things with YouTube. Let's first start off with the Fuzi Fallout. I finished watching Keemstar's documentary, and the last episode is pretty enlightening with his interview with Fousey. You can tell Fousey's, to me, I think he's going through a mental breakdown. Not necessarily a mental breakdown, but a manic episode. Because he's promising people jobs, making movies. It seems a little bit presumptuous. And also the whole thing with J. Cole, I think he's just trying to grab onto clout, like I said last time. Like, he's trying to get famous again, but it's just not working. He's trying to be Drake when he's just, this isn't the best comparison, but he's just a little pump. Not even a little pump. He's probably like somewhere, he's a little Zan. Like, he's somebody that's like wanting to be up there, but he's just not. Like, I don't know. I hope he gets the help he needs. That's all I can say. And probably the big news for YouTube is that the boxing press conference in England between KSI and Logan Paul, then Deji and Jake Paul. If you watch it, it's pretty funny. True Jordy actually emceed the event, and he's just like the old guy trying to calm everyone down, where people are throwing stuff up on stage and shouting and stuff, and he's just trying to calm everyone down, but they're just not listening because they're a bunch of kids who are trying to play, who are messing their time playing Fortnite, and they're just all upset that they're heroes, and it's sad that they even think these people are heroes are not on stage when people are saying, oh, we're going to give money to charity and stuff, but they're just like, nah. I want to see the big people, the people that are going to, like, they're the heroes. They are the guys that play Fortnite, stuff like that. Personally, I don't like any of the four of them. I'm not fans of any of the four of them. I think they're all arrogant, and I guess okay, we're going to have to go through this a little bit slower because there's a lot to talk about with this. But let's first talk about Deji versus Jake Paul. I'm sorry, Deji, but you're going to lose. You probably are on a high right now because you had a crowd that was actually in favor of you. I'm sorry, I'm stealing jokes from both Pyro and PewDiePie. I'm sorry. Subscribe to them, they're good. But they're actually some of my favorite YouTubers. But yeah, Deji just... I don't think he knows what he's up against because he's smaller than Jake Paul, and he seems a little bit over his head. And also his reaction when Keemstar made a joke about him losing is pretty childish in my opinion. But you also have to remember, these people are childish. They're making content for kids. So he got really defensive and stuff, but what are you gonna do? I think Jake Paul will win. He seems to be bigger, but you never know. Like, Jake Paul, I think, won that event, actually, like, between them, because I think he had a little bit more class, surprisingly, than Deji. Unlike last time. I mean, yeah, he didn't say Walmart, but still. I mean, he still was a clown on stage, but Deji won the crowd, so that's probably the bigger thing. But you also have to remember, he's English, and they're in England. And the opposite with the Pauls. They were in America last time, and they're American. So I think this is going to be a America versus UK on the level of the Revolutionary War. Just kidding. But, yeah, I think Deji's going to lose. At least that's what the experts say. And then you got KSI versus Logan Paul. This is probably the bigger event of the two, obviously, because they're the premium match. I think KSI lost, actually, even though Logan Paul just up and out left before the Q&A. I just think that he showed a little bit more restraint compared to what happened before. But you also have to remember, like, he's in England, and they're all rooting against him. He realized this probably. But also, KSI was really really harsh because he brought up his girlfriend, and I don't think that's cool. 'Cause that shouldn't be brought up because this is between them, not the family. I can see why he brought up his father, because his father is a prick, and he's there and he puts himself in this mess. But I don't see why he would have to bring up his girlfriend, and I think that's probably the reason why he left, because it's just uncalled for, really. I think KSI will win. He has more experience than Logan Paul. But it'll be interesting to see who does win. But I think KSI, yes, he won the popular opinion with the crowd, but I think Logan Paul actually won because he showed a little bit more restraint from what he's usually shown before, especially this year. But there's also some other stuff to talk about with this. The events outside just kind of show you the maturity level of these people. I don't remember exactly what happened in America, but you got kids climbing on buildings, throwing paint cans. They actually punched the Paul's father, and I don't think that's good. I think they're going to be sued, which the kids, I don't know, but if they are kids, I don't think they should sue them because they're a kid. They don't know what they're doing. But also, the kids should know better. But let's just drop that because there's one more thing we need to talk about. This is going to be a premium event, apparently. You have to pay, I believe, $8, which I'm actually thinking about doing because I'm actually thinking about live streaming it with you guys. Or doing a reaction to it, and I kind of want to do that, unless we can maybe find it free. But the thing is, they shouldn't be costing money. They're just driving down sales. They're going to increase the number of other streamers who are streaming the event live, which will mean less money for them and less views. But if they made it free, well, you'd be getting probably one of the biggest events of all time. That's the thing. If they just made it for free, which they should have made it for free, so like everybody in the world can watch just their stream. And then their stream can be one of the highest streamed things of all time. I mean, it still probably could, but it's not going to be like, it's going to be probably towing the line now because it's like these kids, what they have to do, they're probably going to have to steal their parents' credit cards because their parents probably won't do that for them. But to me, they're just driving down ticket sales, or not ticket sales, but views. So, in my opinion, I think they should make it free, because their main fan bases are kids, and kids don't have any money. So, yeah. That's all I have to say about that. That's about it, people. This is, I think, a shorter podcast, at least I hope it is, compared to the last one. But, yeah, not much else to talk about. In fact, there is nothing to talk about. Now I'm just rambling because I don't have anything to talk about. So I'm just going to leave you off with this. Have a good day, and be safe.